Just saying, I was a little surprised Brazil didn't press hard to fit to start this game. As the ball comes to McKenna, they finally do press. And just a poor decision by McKenna. Falls perfectly for Bill Jr. And he has the composure. Instead of smashing this first time, takes a touch by Angus Gunn. The easiest goal of history. 1-0 Brazil.
Benny Jr. has scored in all three Brazil games so far in this fascinating race for the Golden Boot. Scotland conceded early again. Remember, Salvari scored from Morocco against them in 70 seconds. Looks like the real face of the enemy for Scotland now.
I'm just telling you, that's the way Scotland started the game. We've seen so many teams be successful by being smart, careful, defending well, and you expected that from Scotland. This is the absolute worst-case scenario. Now they have to chase the game again. We said a narrow defeat might be okay for them, but now it puts them under all sorts of pressure.
Yeah, they can't afford a heavy defeat, otherwise they're on the next plane out of here. One down already. You have to see Steve Clark's decision to change his central defensive pairing hasn't paid off. Maybe McKenna a little out of rhythm. Haven't seen any action of this World Cup so far. Graham left out today, usually partners temporary in that defence. And here's McKenna on the ball now. Has to somehow get his confidence back. He is experienced. This is his 51st cap. You do feel for him. Horrible for any player. But this is a harsh environment.
And the psychological toll that takes on your team is very real. Now there's hesitancy, there's fear. In Brazil, on the other hand, be absolutely flying now.
Brazil, after an unconvincing start, they was just looking to build momentum. He's dropped again. If anybody can do something about it, maybe it's him. Confident character from Aston Villa, who definitely has goals in him, especially at international level. It's Hendry. Now Kane, just a little period of possession, maybe, will help Scotland settle. Danilo. Cunha now. That might make you feel a little better, maybe not much.
Junior's movement there was so good. He went 3 different ways, 3 different times in a row. He was waiting for the ball to be slid alongside the center backs. They didn't find him, but really good movement from him.
Amazing development in the other game in the group. Morocco are losing to Haiti, who scored and lead 1-0. Here we Arsene Wenger on the VIP, and considering now that there was one and told Patrice here today, and Roberto Carlos, who played with Brazil the last time they met Scotland at the World Cup. Going to hit that day. John Collins equalised, but Brazil won thanks to an own goal sadly from Tony Boyd. And that's the kind of thing Scotland need. Qatar was strong, wasn't he, there under pressure? could it be with Brazil? Maybe one of those teams who start the tournament slowly and then build momentum and hopefully have a crescendo in the final itself. Remember, they haven't won the World Cup 5 times winners, but not since 2002. None of the last 5.
They've had to deal with adversity already. Rodrigo couldn't make the tournament. And then Rafinha getting injured in the first match. They do have a lot of great options. There's chosen right out on that side tonight, but cannot give them goals. If you're going to give them goals, they're a very good, experienced team, especially defensively. It's going to be very hard to beat if you're giving away chances like that.
He hasn't played for Brazil for nearly 3 years. Half injuries kept him out of this tournament so far. First time the Scotland fans a little stunned. We heard the swirl of the bank lights all around Boston. The people of Boston fell in love with the Scots, and you can talk about cities being proud, Glasgow and Boston, maybe even the Patriots going to play in Scotland. Who knows? Lovely to see that. Certainly the people of that fair city will be rooting for Scotland here, but they've got a lot on their plate. Casemiro. That's the play. Danilo. Casemiro again. Vinicius Junior, by the way, the first Brazilian player to score in all 3 group stage games since both Rivaldo and Ronaldo did it. And Brazil won it. World Cup in 2002, also Romario is now young, and Jairzinho, scored every game in the World Cup, 1970, through the final. How about that? It's strengthened. I feel the Scotland fans are expected quite keen to see him back in the team. He doesn't like the goal. 20 goals or so this past season for Hearts, and he's moving to Rangers. To find a football in the game after that traumatic start of proceedings. And then we'll go all the way back to Alisson. Lovely feature if you were with us before the game about the way he idolises Brazilian legendary goalkeeper Tafarel. 3 World Cups apiece now for those 2. Later on the Fox network, Group A concludes with Group B and Mexico taking on Czechia on Fox, and South Africa, who are out other than South Korea. Fox Sport 1 is coming up next on Fox and Fox Sport 1. The clock is ticking all the time at this World Cup. There will be a few twists and turns along the way. But not here so far. Gilbert Santos, left back position, recalled after 9 years away. There's always hope, isn't there? Marquinhos. Brazil bossing possession. And with no pressure on them at all with the lead. Little pocket of space, didn't he there? Danilo deflects one wide. Here's Vinicius Junior taking pass and he's set to the good well there. He did.
Excellent defending by Patterson. This is good patience from Brazil. And ultimately they find Cunha who can turn and face forward and start the attack. Cross gets deflected, comes over to Vinny Jr. This is really good job by Patterson to move his feet. Gives away the corner, but still a good result.
The need to go in there and remind everybody of the rules. And quite get that they know what the rules are. Don't be that with any other situation in the game. It's going to be the very probably where Scotland will do in the first ever. There we are. Not second line. Scotland can counter here. Here is down Goat. McKeon. Big star in Italy now for Napoli, won the title last season with that. Barcelona presented well. And Brazil quickly put into it as Vinicius Junior again. Something of the outside of the boat, he got those. That wasn't that close, truthfully. Hang on. World Cup. Looks like very hands okay. He was certainly wanting that in the knockout stages. It's a big miss, really.
Scotland need to get Scott McTominay involved. He had his first few touches there a long time and turned the ball over. He's a big player for them, and if they want any chance putting this Brazilian backline under pressure, he needs to get involved. He's got a lot of quality.
That fabulous overhead kick ball past Kasper Schmeichel. Straight to his little side. We're sorry to remember the half-beat Denmark and a goal in a million, really, that was. Scotland might need something like that here. Gabriel and Vinicius gets a good ball here for Leon. Hendry will run all that well and gets it away.
Running by Bruno Guimaraes has been so good. He's running vertically through the Scottish back line. That time it opened up a massive hole for them, to get forward. They're starting to figure out this Scottish defense now, and they're looking more and more dangerous every time they get in these spots.
Can you get that? Says Patterson to his goalkeeper Angus Gardner, who plays for Scotland but hardly got a look in this season for Nottingham Forest. One substitute appearance in the Premier League all season. And he admits he was probably not the greatest move to go. Oh, that's
decision for Hendry. It's either got a foul and give him a red or get a red card, or you let him go and you concede the goal. And you see there, just gets his foot in front of Hendry's foot. You could argue possibly it's a foul. Not there on the field, and he's not going to miss the net. 2-0 Brazil.
The interesting thing right there is he tried to grab Vinicius round the waist and bring him down, but failed to do that. Had he done that, it would have been a red card for him, I think.
And they're going to check it now.
Let's check in the goal. Just bring Mark Cranmer now, refereeing expert. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, if the defender goes to ground, then it's more simple, it's an easier big foul to do. Because Washington is definitely catches the Scottish defender's foot, Henry. And therefore, it is a foul, technically it's a foul. Because it's an extremely foul, I think this one got choked off.
Yeah, I agree, and I used to do this all the time. Center-backs, I did it when they were running towards their goal. Trying to get away with it, that was before the VAR days. So if you got away with it, you got away with it. But I tend to agree with Mark. I do think he's going to give a foul here and hold the ball at top.
Yeah, I think he just does catch his foot when you watch that carefully back again. And I think Scotland and Jack Hendry are going to get off the hook here. It might not be a turning point. It is really as a foul. Let's watch this in slow motion now.
I'm not sure if it's called a foul, but still, once it gets that up to the wall, it gives chance, Scotland no chance to defend it, so therefore it's two.
What a break coming up, and they're all talking about Vinicius Jr. One goal for him, and another one ruled out. Scotland need to get their act together. Brazil by a goal to them, and it could be worse, but I have the benefit of that VAR decision in their favour. Vinicius is still questioning this. This break might come at the perfect time for Scotland.
They need it, and I'm sure Steve Clark is telling his team, cut out a couple of passes throughout the back. You have time further up the field, it's fine. Do not give them chances to press us.
And ultimately score goals like that. Give yourself a chance. You give yourself no chance in the game. So I'm sure you had a few stern words into Brazil. They had created a whole ton in, but took advantage of the one mistake, and they've been solid otherwise. Scotland trying to go from Sydney. Andy Robertson, just one more reminder about where they play, where we should. It's quite a hard place to, or time to stop the game, this. With an attacking situation like this long throw coming in for Scotland. And there is Nolan for a reason. Andy Robertson is leading Liverpool and probably at the Tottenham Hotspur for the new season. After 9 great years at Anfield, and he's a much loved figure. Lewis Ferguson with the corner kick for Scotland. And fans at the other end of the stadium expected. Towards the back post and picking up clean shot we got on yellow. Now John McGinn. This is a big chance and Matchday headed it back down across the goal. Fantastic ball from John McGinn. See as it comes in. It's a pretty header. Just tries to cushion it down across the goal. It's a head on goal there. Kane the flag. Ferguson advances football in Italy, but along here is the captain. I wonder what Steve Clark these guys in that way. Whatever the message was, I need to get pretty improvement there. Tomorrow on Fox, the US going green out so far, facing Turkey in their efforts to win all 3 group stage matches. Coverage 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time on Fox. Soon, in the knockout stages. First on the round of 42. It's injury again. We've been very relieved at VAR coming in his favour. Whatever he felt about VAR before, he loves it now. He's McTominay. Goes down, plays at the referee, his shot will get him. Robson to his outside, looking to the left hand of the ball. And the corner to Scotland who are just showing signs of a pulse in this match.
Much better, they got McTominay on the ball facing forward, he creates a little space. Ultimately, it falls to John McGinn. He slides in Robertson out outside the oak. Initially, appealed for a hand up, and then smiled and knew it wasn't. But much better from Scotland now. And I saw this in the last quarter, a couple of players in front of Robertson, right at the top of him, Chamberlain, and one other. I'm actually surprised they didn't put it right on top of the goalkeeper. Maybe they will this time. Now they've got 4 crowd in there. What they can't do is pass off the goalkeeper, because that will be good back.
They're being dangerous, 15 degrees in the back post. Again. Patterson, and the final way through. Stand at least, saying that there's only 1 or 2 more uncomfortable moments. And when he quickly gets the ball away, Ferguson for a long one after that. To start with the fly of them.
See that little net behind the leg here from McIntyre. He did the ball, and like he said, whatever Steve Clark said during the break,
certainly lit a fire. This has been much better now from Scotland. And here's where they could cause a bit more discomfort for the Brazilian defence on these set pieces. It's a wonderful header, and you get the free kick as well, so it comes to nothing. Again, I think Lewis Ferguson can be a little more aggressive. You put Lyons up and outside. I think I'm going to put Lyons in there. And just make it a little too easy for Brazil to defend those corners. Wilson on the header. Matchday. Midfield, with power, injury sensible things. Not Nathan Patterson. He's got down back into the game here, but here he is. He's done well this time. I'm really doing it. No. Champions League winner, as player and manager. And the manager to win all 5 of Europe's top leagues. That's achievement.
Such a bad foul by Lewis Ferguson there. You got Vinny Jr. running back towards his own goal. Pressure on him. You foul him, and now you relieve all the pressure from Brazil. They've been under it for the last few minutes.
Just remembering the big picture, even on 1-0 defeat, which is where we are at the moment, might just be enough for Scotland to sneak a position as one of the 8 best third-place teams. Junior with a lovely spin behind, and he did defend the goal, but the left time he saw him and did shut the door. Wins convinced the should have been the kick. But I wonder what that was. The only one who was there, the only one for the attacking side.
Captain Joe. Sometimes in what referees will do is instead of giving a foul, which I think he could have given a foul by Rayan against the Scottish defender, he just decided to give a goal kick. So he's net saying out clearly not a goal kick.
Yeah. Shankland with some good work there. McLean's effort charged down. Ferguson as well, and they're probably thinking with you, might as well buy a lottery ticket. Just starting to hustle Brazil out of their swagger. McTominay, a skip ball, not quite. Easily come out by Marquinhos, Shankland, that made a good run. What Scotland can't afford is any more mistakes. Douglas Santos. Vinicius is enjoying being reunited with Carlo Ancelotti, isn't he? He's the Real Madrid coach. Vinicius. A little pass every time he gets the ball, and the Brazilian fans. So,
Again, Scott McTominay dispossessed, just not been good enough, and that's a really poor decision. But man, they had 3v3 or 4v3. Needed to find one more pass. Could have been a much better spot.
James Gordon on the on-drive screen will be on Fox tonight. I'd like to wrap up today's World Cup action with special guests, our own Rebecca Lowe and Virgil van Dijk on Fox at midnight. Keeping Rebecca busy.
We had it on podcast this morning. She is really good.
Miss Ferguson. And back on Shankland. Robertson. Bennington wants it back again. Still hits it slightly. Maybe it's number 3. Nice. The Brazilian Ronaldo. Golden Boot winner in 2002 with 8 goals. Plus they played a few more games this time, well, one more anyway, to win the World Cup. So maybe 10, 12 for Ray Messi and Mbappe and Holland are going to make it 15. And Cristiano Ronaldo has joined the party, isn't he now? He's back here. And Vinicius is, that's what he was saying the other day in the interview. Cunha now for Brazil. Leading on goal today, an early goal from Vinicius Jr. So half plate by schedule. Morocco equalised and the other game is still going on at exactly the same time. That's 1-1. And the pass ball in. There's the standings as it stands. If the results were to hold now, Brazil top the group, and that's what they usually do at World Cups. They've won the last 11 groups that they've been in at the World Cup. And they've advanced from the group the last 14 World Cups going back to 1966, when a few people got the idea of kicking Pele out of the tournament, and they succeeded. He's trying a lot of games to improve with the yellow and red cards. It just wouldn't happen now. He got away with it. It's hard to say it was back then. The influence can relax at the moment. And we get coming up to these half-time show on Fox. Comfortable enough so far for the Brazilians. As comfortable as it can be when the margin's only one. Give it a game one, still there. Couple of feet away, but clever.
There's never any conviction about it. He sort of last minute said, all right, well, I guess I'll shoot. Never got it out of his feet because of that. Shoved it wide.
Did I say a couple of feet? A couple of yards, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is going to be built in behind. This time the Scotland defence clearly enough. And being quoted, he only started one game all through the season. He scored more than a dozen. The league injuries affect him down, of course. So he started more games in this World Cup than he did his start all through the past season. Santos trying to Vinicius again. gets a free kick. Usually lets the referee know what he feels. Vinicius. Hammond has a conversation with him. Still going on. Pleasant enough. A bit of game action going on here by Brazil. They know they have the lead. Meanwhile, Peter scored again and he's going to miss the line. And we've got 2 minutes for 1. Extraordinary.
Unfortunately for Scotland, they lost to Morocco, so they would need to win the game to finish second. So even if they equalize, it wouldn't put them in second, but of course it would put them in a great spot to qualify as third.
Yeah. And 4 points would do it. They're a long way from achieving anything like that. 20 to midnight in Scotland. Not many people, I think, will have gone to bed. I think they've even let the kids stay up for this in Glasgow and Edinburgh and Aberdeen and Dundee. Stranraer on the sky. And speaking in the end, this is yet to pick it up again. Is one the third. He's nearly touching it again. Cunha causing problems.
This comes off a more direct ball through the middle there. Then he picks up the pieces, runs into depth here, and somehow Ferguson all the way back on his line. Patterson was there as well, but big bullet dodge there for Scotland.
Great work by Lewis Ferguson, central midfield man to be back there. Now watch go again. McIntyre releases again. Scotland will need to sharpen their teeth in this game to get back into it. Because we're in a situation where everybody's checking their smartphones, so what's going on in the other game. What might be enough to advance.
Well, they just showed the score here, that Haiti scored to go up 2-1, and the Brazilian contingent very, very happy to see that, as I'm sure Carlo Ancelotti is.
Well, I think Haiti played really well.
Yeah, they really have.
Yeah. Tremendous performance from the country that haven't played at home for 5 years because of the problems in their own country. He's Ferguson again. And then you get in, and you've got space there. Champion here. Promising. And the directed rain goes to the floor. Even the strong players appear to that. Champion. They're putting his mind drop with John McGinn. He played a starring role as Aston Villa when we were at the lead. He's Marquinhos, winner of course of the last 2 Champions Leagues with Paris Saint-Germain. Vinicius just got the free kick. And he's got to 2-2 in our game. It's Morocco 80 there. All happening there. Next one here. Inside, that's going to turn and win the match. clearance. Reaches down, really close. Brazil. Quite safely bring Neymar along, give him a little workout after his fairly long carpentry. Here's the kid, the Scotland, they need to show something. Brazil having none of it. I get the free kick here though, and start track approaches. The chemistry between Grandi and Vinny Jr., they locked eyes. Vinny knew where the ball was going. Time has run perfectly, started there. Left to the far post. What a fantastic service from Guimaraes. A simple header by Danny to make it 2-0. Scotland in danger of getting out of this World Cup with a whimper. Andy Robertson. Take this one laid back and then Gavin Johnson really control of it, blocked. Then you'll be thinking about a hat-trick, won't you, now? A World Cup hat-trick. Who's put in stylish display. Fantastic save by AD1Z. Keeps his left hand strong and pushes it wide. Corner to Brazil. Goalkeeper looks like he was coming back and didn't go for it. Douglas Santos' effort is blocked. Scotland at the moment and Santos away. I think it's fair to say. I think they need this half time right now.
to try and see to do it. So I'm just going to smack this one. And smack it he does. But now, my goodness, look at this thing go. Yeah, we see you, my friend. We see you. And then one push to the finish line. He's made us a ball score. His third goal of the tournament. The equaliser today. 4 goals in this one, tied for the most in the first half of this World Cup. So here's how the Group C currently sits. Brazil on top and Morocco in second. Both those teams, as of now, advance with Scotland in third place. Haiti picking up the first place. Mexico has secured the top spot in the A. Then tonight, we'll try to make it 3 straight wins as they take on Shakira. Scotland Brazil second half next. Greatness doesn't happen by chance. Scotland, we send you now back out to Miami, Ian, and later for the second half ball.
Yeah, thanks so much indeed, Rob. But one of the little subplots here is Scotland's position at the moment. They are among the 8 best places that will go through the round of 32 top there. 6 on that list, but there are teams below them who can improve their position, and they need to improve their own position here now, don't they, really?
Yeah, it's important to remember that one goal moves them up to fourth, and 2 goals moves them to the top of that, even though they finished third on 4 points, they moved up to the top of that list. So there's still a lot to play for, but it's a precarious position because the more they go try to get that goal, the easier it is for Brazil to counter. And if they leave big spaces in the back, this Brazilian team will kill them. So they've got to be smart and do it in a mature way.
I wonder what Steve Clark, the Scotland manager, said at half-time. It would have needed to be something inspirational. They need to produce a special 45 minutes here, error-free. And they need to somehow beat the shackles on this man, Vinicius Junior. Scoring against Brazil isn't easy, and you got a hat-trick against them. Jacksonville,
Scotland. Brazil, I did score against Brazil.
against Scotland.
And I did score in the Confederations Cup final, right?
You did.
So like this Brazil.
You've already got them, continues on here. And started the last game, the Celtic play. The captain is cut off. The king will go to his usual spot at left back is deployed a little further forward in the last game.
You have to assume some sort of injury, right? I mean, can't imagine him taking any Robinson off at this point.
You would think so. We might find out a little bit later about that. It's up to Rich Shelton. He's right to keep possession for his team up the pitch. Now it's John McGinn. His team's first involvement. And a lot of the fans, they really asked him as well when they said they love hearing to be so grounded and ego-free. He even turned up with his kids in his shopping bag one day. A retreat train. That's a wonderful 2 seconds going through the bottom of the picture. Brazil all set to top this group as Morocco scored a stack of goals in the second half of their game. Or less, it's gone and bounced back here. Akata. From Hudson, probably middle, Vinicius Junior.
So just going back, I'm going to tell people I scored a hat-trick.
Believe you, that universal. It was wrong. It's captain there, who could be playing regularly. He was getting word is he will be joining into Miami. Which is one season has still plenty of life. That is very much a key figure of this Brazil side since Ancelotti got the reins.
It's really important how they play him. Just sits in front of the 2 center backs. Deals with all sorts of situations. Puts out fires constantly, and he's got a note. The conduit to their attack. He's been very good tonight again.
Brazil are showing here, as a lot of talk always, t-shirt talk really about sound of football, but I think Carlo Ancelotti is very, very keen that they're good out of possession as well. He's made that point in 3 World Cup windows, and defending will be vital.
Yeah, they look much more pragmatic. Candidly, if they want to win this tournament, that's got to be a statement to them. They have enough attacking talent. They continue to be good defensively. You can make an argument for that.
Looking at the kind of structures we're seeing, terrorizing defences, and we're still being generally. McKenna, and Hendry at the people as well, and Norwich City stalwart of old.
Just back to that point, and you have to say over the last several World Cups, a bit of the problem with Brazil has been almost a Swiss cheese-like defense at times with big holes, and now they just seem so solid and very comfortable sitting in their half.
And when they don't have the ball, they're working very, very hard to get it back. Tierney will do it again.
From the Scots. A little warning sign there for Brazil. This is a fantastic ball. Bends around the center backs. Already arrives late into the box. Portugal sends it right into Alisson's waiting hands. Much better than Scotland.
Able to send the Tartan army home, at least proud of the performance. I don't think some of the Scots fans thought their side could actually win this game, but they did want a positive performance from the team. I don't think they really got it in the first half, if they're being brutally honest. Jimenez. Away from the box networks from 1938 months ago, it was Czechia, South Africa and South Korea, Oxford's 1. Hendricks going up there. Coming up next, those games, Group A. McConnell header was the first ever on target 200 minutes for Scotland since McGinn's goal against Haiti. Yeah. It's an issue. Continues to be one. Patterson's ball is only Shaqtin's run back in there. Do you think they played with a little bit of an inferiority complex here?
It does feel like it. There's also an element in it's emotional. These tournaments are emotional. To do it 3 times in a row. Haiti is a good team, by the way. Against 3 good teams is very difficult. Remember the peach of the pass from Pakistan to Bondi.
He keeps losing that defence, doesn't he?
Vinicius Jr. made a couple of those runs in the first half and was waiting for the ball to just slip alongside the center back. And that time, Pakistan, perfect weight. Just couldn't get enough on it to slide it past it. He's like, lost it well.
Sending the defenders out for a cup of coffee, as they say. Tierney with the cross forward. Talented player. Tierney seemingly had good crossing from Arne. A few moments to go. That is a let off for all the putting in the work having this done. For saving that. Because I really do think that would have been curtains for Scotland if it went to 3. McTominay. Patterson looks for 1-2. Still moves so far. Good movement over with the right back, joining the attack.
Yeah, it's actually remarkable.
It is. think he might know that stat about Pelé. He wants to equal the legend. Harry, 6 hat-trick and 34 hat-tricks. Harry players from other nations in the lifetime, including one by Brazil's nemesis, Argentina's Lionel Messi this time. Yep. Something running all right. I saw several others. Another with a Danish defender with Germany might be this year's Toto Scalacci, coming almost from nowhere. Mr. on the mark 3 times already. Is Kenny McLean. Clearly, they are going to need rubbish from midfield, something to surprise Brazil.
Well, it's all just a bit slow if I can use another terminology because I'm hungry. A little bit of syrupy, but it's just kind of dripping from side to side as opposed to cutting through it like this.
And to Shevchin. Good movement. And looking up again, running a penalty in the game. And Mexico plays not in touch. Well, this one's going to be interesting because it looked like there was certainly contact there. He's pretty resolute, man. Calling Mark Cutton there. What do you think there, Mark?
I think once he goes inside, he does feel a little bit of contact, but then he throws himself to the floor. Football's a contact sport, and I still think that contact justifies a penalty.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually seeing it again. The first glance when you saw it, there was certainly contact, but not enough there to warrant penalty. And I think the appeal was sort of half-hearted as well, which is always a bit of a giveaway. He's the experience they need, though, and to solve the right back position problem. And looks to use his pace. Kenny was just caught a little bit by the trailing boot there of Ryan, but that's nothing of it. Scan the QR code on the screen to vote for the Nicole ultra superior player of the match. Man in position now with Vinicius. Vinicius carried on with the run. That's reminiscent of 1 or 2 things we've seen in the past at the World Cup. He was anticipating right now continuing his run, but it almost felt for Vinny Jr. if he had just laid it off behind his leg. Vinicius Jr. had a whole goal to look at, and likely would have sealed his hat-trick. Now is quiet as I've known them. Mostly behind the goal to the left. Hansen finger there. Hansen Ronaldo. He would quite like to sign him, wouldn't he? Everyone here. He'd like to party as well, from what I've heard. Wouldn't be the only footballer to heard that was true. Certainly not the one in Brazil. Exactly. Well, he was there when it matters, as we've seen countless times. Here's Danilo. Now Reina. Not a short for Henry Stanley. Reina famous short for the World Cup age 19. Just imagine it. Lovely idea. Just about to do something for Danilo. Here's that ball by Paquetá, rolled right down the side of Scottish centre back. They just can't get enough on it. Usually they really would save behind this stuff. You were so good for those, don't you? Perfect weight. Dropped in behind Ryan. Then inside, Boone's dropped his block. And then Paquetá gets him around the stadium and puts it a long way wide. He's getting himself. was on his first touch. Carter made the chance go away. Good orange rain those shirts, aren't they? Sea of yellow around the Brazilian fans stood out here. The Scottish fans, but the Scotland fans winning things everywhere they go. Which is true in Germany. They just need a bit more from the players. What's Scotland do here? Manipulating a goal difference of -2 and 3 points might just be enough.
Well, they do because they know -3 really hurts. -4 is probably a dagger. So you almost get the sense that both teams would be content with this result in a weird way. But like I said, it's a precarious position because as they tire, to roll it into the face penalty stride. From there, it's an easy pass into the wall. Brazil running away with the points now. 3-0.
3 goals for him in this World Cup as well. He's in that golden boot race too. Junior. Just a modest celebration.
Yeah, just following up on the point about Stalin. That's the challenge, and they look like they were starting to get a little heavy-legged. Some bigger gaps opening up. I think emotionally at times, physically, certainly they're drained. This has been a very difficult group to navigate.
They won't have that dilemma anymore about stiff or close because having 3 points and a -3 goal difference is going to be difficult to half really on their hopes. Tierney, lively on that left-hand side. And that's the first yellow card for De Niro, who took Tierney out right on the edge of the box. Might be worth another goal. Was it just outside? Or was it on the line?
It appeared to be just outside, and it's a really bad tackle. As Tierney gets on the end of this, give and go.
Looks outside, Mark, doesn't it?
Yeah, the hand is just outside, but with the tackle, even if it continues inside, it's still given outside, which only clearly that if it carries on inside, it's a penalty. So even that tackle starts outside, and even if it does carry on inside, it's still given outside the penalty area.
Yellow, Danilo. Can bring it up that either. Scotland needs something now. They really do. Attacking running. Where all those blue-shirted fans are gathered. A lot of them in their kits, representing the various clans of Scotland.
This needs to be hit hard.
That's exactly what Ferguson did. Took the ball. Anderson, they took the game as they were to the handle.
That's the right service. They just need a few Scottish players in front of him to screen him. It's a little too easy for him to see, but the right strike by Ferguson there. Or Patterson.
Defended those pretty well. There's Tierney again. witnesses.
You see it here. Good job there. Scottish back line keeping it offside. Tierney's been very good in getting the ball out of his feet and putting the Brazilian back line under pressure with those crosses. Tommy rose on that one. Headed it back where it came from. Allison down strong to his right to keep it out.
Down go, hasn't really got into it, nothing away, still with her. Brazil have got pretty solid back there in the main net. Tommy young close though with his header.
Yeah, it's so hard for the bowlers. They're moving left across the goal to plan and get back to the right. But Tommy did the right thing. He headed back where it came from. Allison was up to the task.
Martinelli on Arsenal. He's around together. Well, here's a pack of tires. Come off the fingers on for Casemiro as well. White switch. The economy of Liverpool, of course. Lots of good games in the order thereafter. He's McKenna, who's China really at the start of proceedings. So it's slightly an even bigger task than they had already. Looks like in 13 big tournaments they are ever going past the group stage, and they still to do something about their goal difference in the closing stages here. Strong cover. Tierney. Brazil starting to look like quite a useful blend of silk and steel, aren't they?
Yeah, you asked me in the last game when we covered with Brazil, it's come a little too soon for Carlo Ancelotti, but it feels like every minute they get more and more comfortable, and they do have a lot of experienced players and a lot of flash and flare up the field, and quality and efficiency up the field. And by the way, some good ones on the bench still, Hendrick, Neymar, of course, amongst others.
Might you see him short now under Fabinho.
Really looking deep and playing with this real scorer. Solved a little bit of a problem. They're not in play, I think, from coming through this as an authentic number 9 as they did in the opening game. I prefer the extra movement that Cunha gives them. All this after Brazil were now dropped off only 5th in South American qualifying.
The qualifying's one thing, the tournament itself strong another. You're starting to look pretty good here. Only conceded 1 goal so far, one scored by Zagiri and Morocco. Brazil in the boxing here, 3-0 ahead. And very much the star of the show so far is Vini Jr. Scotland are looking at elimination. places, but a lot of the teams below them who are still in play at Bobby James has got to make the goal difference down there. Only Scotland have a point or two more. So we'll see how it all pans out. I think we need to hire out Einstein. I think that's all of this, but it's interesting and it'll get more interesting.
Well, they say in the World Cups that every goal is so crucial. Even if you don't win a game or you tie a game, every goal always matters, and it's exacerbated now with the expanded format. So many teams are going to get knocked out, probably by one goal, which is really a hard pill to swallow if you gave up a battle somewhere along the way.
Neymar is waiting to get the call from Carlo Ancelotti. He's looking longingly along the touchline towards Ancelotti's taking a swig of a couple of drinks. This is the kind of situation that really able to just doing the first taste of the World Cup action this year anyway.
And he is warming up now individually with performance, but by himself as the others are standing. So I assume he is coming in soon here. You know, I mean, it's not straightforward. People think it's anymore. Of course, you play with Carlo Ancelotti, there's a psychological piece too. There's other players on the team who have been around training, in qualifying. You're not just throwing him in. It's probably why you feel like Martinello and Fabinho in first. You have to really think about it. How it plays for the rest of the team. As you can hear from the ground, he is getting ready to come up.
Champion, that was really a moment for Scotland to make a go back, and they need to make a go back.
A big chance here from the tunnel. He's just had a poor night. He's got so much more quality than he's shown tonight. This is a tough chance.
One of the great stars of world football, is about to enter the stage. Neymar, a lot of people wondered whether he would even get picked. Ancelotti did pick him despite injury problems. He's never played beyond the quarter-final of the World Cup. He was injured for that semi when Germany thrashed Brazil 7-1 in 2014. About to play his fourth World Cup, topping the Brazil list of goal scorers in 79 and second in the list of appearance makers on 128, which is about to come 129. It's the first time that he will ever be a substitute at the World Cup. No surprise he will not be working for the starting lineup, but these are different guys. Martinelli, Vinicius again.
This is a weird comment to make, and I realize that as it comes out of my mouth, but this is a really important 20 minutes or so for Neymar, because yes, it's a nice appearance that he gets back in and the crowd will be happy, but can he become a real figure as they go forward and cause problems for other teams? Because what a substitute that would be to have come off the bench as you get further in the tournament.
Well, you have to believe, don't you, that Carlo Ancelotti believes he can still do it and can still be a factor.
Yeah, he wouldn't have brought him otherwise. And this is a perfect situation to get him in and see how it goes.
Hasn't clearly done well in the second half since he came on. He really has nearly everything coming down that side. These fans don't want to see their team die in this World Cup without something of a fight. There's some big punch, good decision. Once again, team cross. Fabinho it was who knocked it out of harm's way.
Carlo Ancelotti just looked back
staff and said, should we put him in now? And I think his set piece coach said, he's not putting yet. We need to defend this corner for him. Still waiting. I'm waiting for like 4 minutes. Here in Mark. Corner. Well, listen now, ladies and gentlemen. Quite the wrong. Now they'll be bringing on. Against Uruguay. This will be something of a sharpening up exercise. He's had a calf injury for the past few weeks. This is the first time he's actually been available to play. Fabinho. They're going to the second place in the group. Impressed with the result today, Andy?
Yeah, let's be honest, Scotland gave away a couple goals, and I'd like to see what this match looks like without Scotland self-destructing in a couple moments. But Brazil has so much quality, they have been the best.
Just started creeping in on his goalpost.
Have just been too good.
Neymar with the corner kick. Tommy got the header away. Ran, couldn't quite control it. Yeah, I thought he called Johnny Kim there for the free kick. By the way, the last time Scotland played Brazil, the 2-0 win for Brazil. Who got both the goals? Neymar.
It's an interesting choice by him. He opens his hips as if he's going to go to the far post and closes the gate there, tries to beat Angus Gunn to his near post. He did a great job not messing with that.
Tomorrow on Fox, the US facing Turkey. Can they make it 100% in that group? They could well. Our coverage begins at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on Fox. Turkey already eliminated. A bit surprisingly, really. Okay. Neymar, the second right back, is Bruno Guimaraes. He's got 3 assists now. He's jumped top of the assists total for this World Cup. Alexander Isak for Sweden, Michael Olise of France.
We've done 2 of their games now, and it makes them dangerous, especially with Kounié. He comes into the midfield, makes it really uncomfortable for center backs and central midfielders to deal with. And then you've got Vinicius Jr. wide on one side, right out on the other side. But Paquetá and Bruno Guimaraes have been the keys for me is we're getting forward into the attack. Some really good ball played across the goal now. Vinicius just got ahead of himself a little bit. Couldn't make good contact.
Ryan Christie there. And it's going to come on. And Anthony Ralston, the second right back. He's not the first choice right back. Europe has taken the power, so it looks like he's got a bit of an arc. He had a horrid job today, really, trying to look after Vinicius. And that's coming down goal. And the hopes that he might be a bit of a difference maker for Scotland, but it didn't really happen. Who will join the attack. Hendrick has had a bit of a career revival, having been frustrated in his attempts to impress the play on the field. Nicely run, all past the window, very young back there. What he was doing, stop the attack without opening shot place. Still time for Scotland to sneak what might be a very important goal for them when the final mathematics are done in the third place count-out.
It's very true. As demoralized as they are right now, they need to hold it together for 10 minutes, not concede. If you can find a way to get a goal, it could mean the difference.
Once again, Lewis Ferguson is going to take it. Christie, going to get involved straight away. Lost his place in the starting lineup today. Another Bournemouth player at the World Cup. Sign of the times, they've qualified for Europe as well. McKeon, now breaking on that right-hand side. McTominay. Again, the yellow shots. Trying to press him out of possession. Very impressive. Christie wins the back post. Shepman's in there. And here's Neymar. Just a bit of a rust-shedding exercise for Neymar here. Or maybe more. We'll see. Brazil have always looked in control of this. And the winner of this group, that will be Brazil, will take a runner-up of Group F. Netherlands, Japan, or Sweden. Awaiting it. It seems in that group will be thinking, well, we can't beat Brazil next. To win the group. We're going to be intrigued as we go on. There's Martinelli. And Danilo arrays now from the Brazil fans, who can be very critical. It's a bit of a chaotic existence for the national team in Brazil. So much debate, so much interest, so much controversy all the time, so many expectations. Is this the team to kind of end the bad times? Hendrick's challenge, that's okay. Brazil with another free kick. Nice one. That was shocking. Back defending that time. Did the job. fans were looking at each other and Gatway was thinking, I had a chance to score the World Cup there. Did too.
Like it had eyes for that far post as well.
Yeah, good block.
I saw David sipping wine up there.
He has a lot of
He's
play.
so classy. He doesn't drink beer when it comes to a football game. Sure, it's not cheap wine.
Well, you played with him.
Yeah. Members of cause. I never saw him drink.
Well, he was playing, right?
Enjoying his life. As he should.
Brazil, in truth, sauntering to victory here. Gabriel, the way it was. Neymar. James Courtney after-hours drill will be on Fox tonight. Another nightly wrap of today's World Cup action. Special guests Rebecca Lowe and Virgil van Dijk. That's on Fox midnight local. Scotland are going to bring on the young winger Finley Curtis, age 19, who's done work for Kilmarnock on loan this past season from Rangers. And he'll be back at Ibrox in the new season. Skips box one challenge. Starting to turn it on at times, Brazil, with their movement around the edge of that box has been a little too much for Scotland. Many times Scotland have foiled Brazil in the World Cup back in 74, a 0-0 draw in Frankfurt. And a very young Kenny Dalglish was playing. And he's not very well, and we wish him very, very well in his health battle. Still joint top scorer for Scotland in history, alongside the wondrous Dennis Law. It's McGinn. Dug out across pretty well there. Lost and lost. He's trying to side. Trey Adams left back today. He's going to come on short as if he can get that goal that might just change the arithmetic for Scotland. Morocco now 4-2 up in that other game in Haiti, so they've improved their goal difference a little, but they need another three to get in Brazil. Christian's got a yellow card and will just come off. Neymar with a free kick. Johnson with assist, isn't it? Waiting there, good wrong side. Neymar has it again. Little flashback there.
Little deception. We all thought he was going to flip it to the far post and stay up and just shoot. Angus gun wasn't pulled by it.
Barcelona game, and we need 3 in the last 6 minutes against Paris Saint-Germain to turn the tie around. Neymar got the game by the scruff of the neck, and in the next 6 minutes they did get the 3 goals.
I think that'll happen here.
They don't need it, do they? Scoring again, and just a little excerpt of what he can do when he's fully sharp and at his best. Which won't be yet. 6 minutes of additional time here. Alonso Curtis still waiting to come on. Shackman is one of those two. No query. To get off the pitch, closing 10 seconds from the time the ball goes up. And Jonathan too. Morocco now know it's not quite finished yet, but they're on their way into the round of 32 as well. Ferguson. Not too tired later. It's a very humid night here in Miami. Unsurprisingly, really, Tina's long throw. Neymar gets it away. He's the horses. To Royston's very good intervention. Free kick, Brazil.
Well, we're shaping up for a fantastic round of 32 matchup. If the results in the Netherlands group home, it could be a Morocco-Netherlands round of 32 match. Tasty one there.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of tasty games up in, because it goes to straight knockout of this group phase. AD1Z in play. Still not settled, is it? But you'd be a bit surprised if 3 points and a -3 goal difference would be good enough for Scotland. Fabinho. And one of the stories of this game, apart from the fate of Scotland, though, is Brazil are improving, I think, all the time now. Starting to find what you might call an ominous rhythm.
Brazil teams, yes, they're talented players, but they just look like a real team, a real committed group. And this group is starting to look like that. You have to put that down to Carlo Ancelotti. He's a master at that, and they look the part right now.
Yeah, I think he's really good at getting the mentality right with his teams.
You couple that with great players, which they have, and that's a very dangerous combination for the team to do.
Credit too to his assistant Paul Clement, who's worked with Carlo Ancelotti before. And again, golf with him once in fashion. Not surprisingly, most people do. Taken quickly, Ferguson to play it down, touch of ground a little bit, and he's worked very hard in that midfield, he really has, I think, with Ferguson today. Will Scotland do a score now? Normally it's a well, just a consolation. It isn't. Not in this situation, the way this World Cup is constructed. One goal could be a crucial difference for their goal difference. Wasn't Atlas Wilson was closing in, they didn't quite get there. Ball on their feet. Bringing Dino Irish as he did the key defending. And you still might be belting out that song. Yes, sir, I can do the Scottish fans when they've got over the disappointment. Scotland have been trying to improve their goal difference for the late rally, but they've been denied a couple of times now by Allison in trying to do that. But it's a game really where Brazil have coasted towards the points that are going to take them top of this group, and that's exactly what